Alrighty, time for that leg day that I mentioned, I think, in the last video, but we're in a different location, but a location I've been to before and that I've posted of me being at before. So, moral story. Early morning before work, I'm working a half day as a substitute teacher today. So the gym that I go to is like just a little bit farther south. I'm gonna stop there, go swing back up, go work, and then just kind of hit some cardio after school opposed to a whole leg day kind of deal. So yeah, gym's nearly empty. Early morning, having the pre-settle and all that stuff. The pre-workout, poop, not to be too TMI, freaking phenomenal today. And yeah, let's go hit it. Let's do this sucker. So, a little bit of a different ordeal because I don't know why. God forbid, a singular gym I go to have all the equipment that I have in my programming. But hey, beggars can't be choosers. And what I mean by that, well, I'm not necessarily supposed to be starting off with a seated hamstring curl. Technically, a lying variation is what's on the list for today, but there's not that here. And the thing I started doing, kind of all my leg exercises for sake that I've had some quad hammy imbalances, is single leg things. So, well, that plus a lot of equipment's getting pretty light. All right, here we go.
It was pretty cold. One thing was only up to my shins. I didn't know it. You're like, hey, you looking like, okay, well, this is happening. Like I'm in, one of I'm like, well, this is happening. So I stripped down and only wearing a t-shirt.
All right.
So it's basically we're having. He's a big deer. At first when I seen him, I'm like, he's not. I want to that.
Okay. This is nice. This is a good morning. It's so empty. The music is off. I like this. Early morning lifts have to start being my usual. The problem is, I do the substitute teaching thing, so it's like early mornings for me. So, started to get an early morning lift, especially when I stay up as late as I typically do. I'm thinking next rep will be more contraction based. I just need to, even though it's a good unilateral, you can do that to kind of help with imbalances and things like that. You eventually really should work on bilateral movements as far as the mental thing. And by that I mean like work on trying to regulate the force production. Same time, it is what it is. Might do that for my next one. Cut weight just a smidge, try to balance it out. Fudge.
Everybody else is tagged out. I'm the last guy. And I'm sitting there waiting. And, other guys are shooting like, there's another group incidentally from Michigan. From Allendale. So I asked them why. But they were there. They showed up after me. And one of them shot up like a basket. Real small.
Oh, God. Ow. Okay. Next. This is the first time I'm doing this leg day at this specific location. Which is why I said earlier, it's like, God forbid, I'm place have all the equipment I need, because I have currently like 3 gym memberships, and it's just a thing where not everything that I kind of need is spread around. And I can always make adjustments based on location, but I'd rather have more gym memberships. So we will play that by ear. I'm curious, because I'm hoping this is one of the heavier renditions of an adduction machine, because I fear it isn't. I don't know why. Some of these are like really light, Some of these are easy, and might have to be a higher rep kind of day. And I've got the gym pin too, so I can't even add plates. Oh golly, what was it? Failing from success? I say, looking like this. Okay. Okay. Ready. Yep, full stack plus. Okay. It's gonna be a rep day. Alrighty. Today's solution. Had to grab a random thing from another machine, hoping that the plate can hold on this, or else it's just not gonna be great. Oh god, this might not work as well as I'm hoping. But the plate's on there. Now the real question. Will this be okay? Still too late. Oh, fine. Alright. Okay. Alrighty. Had to lean forward there. Kind of made the movement harder. It's really annoying though. I wish more machine creators, makers, kind of deal would like just make it heavier. Because I mean, the thing is, lightweight's going to be lightweight. Obviously, make the lightweight like movable for someone who's never touched the thing before. But like, don't make it like a bad thing to get too good at these machines. Like these, gym owners complain about the gym pin, things like that, being like, oh, you're gonna break the stuff. Oh, you're gonna hub it up. Well, is it our fault that like we are reaching the human limit that obviously we could reach, we were made to reach, and that these, companies just didn't account for that? Like, let's be real here. This is not a us problem. This is a manufacturing thing. I've never understood the mentality of blaming the individual over the corporation kind of deal. Because individuals are just doing what individuals are doing. Corporations are the ones that are supposed to be the people pleasers. So, sure as they got that whole narrative up and going. Alrighty. Here we go. Okay. Oh man, that feels so anticlimactic. Oh jeez, I feel like we're only doing like 8-ish reps, so there's a lot of complaining about it not being heavy enough. But had I not put the 45 on, it might be like another, I don't know how much, but more reps. And now onto my knees. Well, my right knee's least favorite exercise. Split squat, baby. I've been able to get around 3 plates pretty consistently, which is nice considering I've been cutting and getting leaner. So, maintaining muscle. Yay. Whoa, golly. I feel that one in my knee already. So now, before I get into the actual heels elevated portion, more quad oriented, what I'm doing right now is just a kind of warm up rendition of a kind of flat foot low bar squat. Just kind of working on keeping the legs aligned, and kind of what I was talking about earlier with the neuron firing activation portion of it. Just focusing on equal force production in each leg, trying to help with the knees, kind of build them both to similar strength. There we go. Feeling good. I can just tell that, like, the right glute has some problems. Well, the right hip maybe, but that felt nice. The light usage is gonna get an okay pump going, and that will kind of help the bracing for the 3-plate Smith squat ordeal. Count them 1, 2, 3, which for being 160 something at this point, low 160s, not terrible. 3 times my body weight. Geez, that'd be like 480. That would be nuts to hit, but maybe someday. Not out of the question. I ain't double. Yeah, 320, we're around there. Honestly, I don't know how much this bar isn't 45. I know that much for a fact, so definitely not quite there. The way these go for me is I have one shot to nail him before my knee takes over, so. Otherwise, it's I think like a Jordan Peterson. You can't miss. I really hope. I was talking with a bodybuilder and not the Canadian right wing guy. Line it up, don't miss. Line it up, don't miss. Okay. Bar's too far forward. My feet were too far forward. Touch glute involvement. Okay. Take 2. Oh, my head feels like it's gonna blow up. Oh, the exertion I think is there. Golly. I don't think I missed. Oh, unless I did. Jesus. Whew. That was one of the most solid sets of squats I've done in a while. Band on that low bar variation. I'm not sure if it's abductor engagement, but whatever it does, it just really tightens up and helps the things that kind of, they typically make my knees hurt. Ooh. You probably can't see it because it's from an angle, but looking straight on, I mean, the general height of each quad it's looking better day by day. Because I mean, right now, you might see in the posting video, it's just such a pretty nifty discrepancy. It's not a good thing, but it's very evident between right and left leg. Because also I got a bit more of a, I think, a wider insertion on my left, so it is what it is. This one, another kind of single leg variation. Do I do force production or contraction? Because admittedly, it's a bit of a sweet spot you gotta find. You can throw weight, but then, like, can you feel it? And I know people are like, mind muscle connection, but it matters. Like, if you can't feel the muscle you're using, like, how much are you actually using it? How many more units are you actually recruiting? So that's my take on that. Golly me, all right. Oh, God. Okay. Definitely feels great as one would imagine. All right. This headache's just getting worse. Also, a fun thing about today's lift, it's one of the last ones until Thanksgiving, which is awesome because that means Finally get a break from the mini cut. Pretty much been holding it strong, kind of lightly deficiting for now. Oh god, we're approaching the 2-month mark, which hefty enough, but I mean it's been showing in certain shots if I feel like actually editing them in. It's looking grainier, more vascular. And yeah, honestly, things are actually going really well. Because I got like almost ill for a second. So I was going to be a little rougher on the edges. But I just bumped up my immune support supplementation and they didn't get bad. They just got a little uncomfortable. And I'm still able to hold deficit. Never really had to bump cals, so we're vibing, having a wonderful time. Then after this, really, just calf raises, pose down, and going to work. So weird, going to work after a lift. This like never happens. All right. We are good already. Probably one of the lamest things to record working out calf raises. This is like the number one exercise I usually don't record when it comes to like even short form content because it's so lame inherently. You sit down, you load up the sucker, and you flex your calves. There ain't much to it. Not many people just really get a thrill out of this guy. Final set of the day. That's interesting. I mean, contrary to me wearing little aftershot thingies, I am not, I don't know, I haven't done much music listening. Big thing I've been listening to nowadays because it's getting closer to holiday time. I mean, Thanksgiving is this week, but Fruitcake EP by Sabrina Carpenter. Absolute banger. I mean, I don't know if you don't like it, maybe just hate the holiday season. But for me, it's nice, and it's extra nice because, I mean, a fair bit, some Christmas songs like, Last Christmas, that EP, and things like that, it's like, it hits differently. Like, last year, this time of year, bonkers. Not great. Mainly, it was like actually a lot of different aspects. I mean, like, I'd still was suffering from the poor rebound of my show, with that, just some kind of relationship turmoil, and just some emotional, mental things that I just didn't know where I was or who I was going to be. And now this year, it's great. I got client plans I got to make. I know I'm going to be doing a year out from now, and the relationship I'm in, it's better than yours. So, I mean, honestly, yeah, a lot of good stuff happening, and I'm very much here for it. Alrighty. Here we go. Calf raises has to be my sloppiest movement, but it doesn't matter because they look pretty great anyway. So, honestly, my methodology with calves, just train them hard. If they'll grow, they'll grow. If they don't, you just have bad calves. Alrighty, this is not what I was expecting to be doing right now. So, car talk? No. Unboxing? Yes. So, let's get right up into it, because weirdly enough, the thing it's funny enough I'm recording this, of all things, because the thing I'm recording with is soon to become obsolete. Just gotta cut the sides of the box. I mean, not obsolete, I mean, using a phone as a camera is a pretty rad thing, and honestly, given the camera quality of a lot of iPhones, this sucker that you're watching right now, pretty dang awesome. But the big opening, holy smokes, there's a lot happening in here. All right, first, probably the main thing. Oh yeah, wonderful stuff. So, I decided with a lot of different things going, a good kind of way, it would be a worthy investment of mine to look into a possibly higher quality of video camera. And as we unwrap this, the wonderful big reveal of the Canon R50, well, EOS R50. And I cannot lie, I am liking this a lot already. Now, I mean, I'm not sure about you guys, but I grew up kind of holding on to these cameras a fair bit. So, I mean, nice, small, compact. I'm excited to see how this sucker holds up and how it goes. But with that, as you can see, we have a whole lot. This is a large box for just this. And there's a reason for that. There's some more that came along. So, first, obviously, I would hope this camera would come probably with a charger, something like that. Yep, I assume the charging little block. I've been told, though, that I need to get a couple more of these because these cameras run through batteries. Fun little strap. And I think in this little contraption comes the other fun part. And the reason I got a kit opposed to like a just the body and then trying to source the lens elsewhere is because lenses are expensive, I have found out. Cameras in general are really expensive, especially for decent quality ones. I ended up dropping, I think, what is around $730 something on this, which, admittedly, do I have the type of money to be warranting a purchase like this? Probably not. But here I am doing it anyway, because, you gotta bet on yourself on occasion, and my bet on myself is just a really high-risk, high-reward kind of ordeal. And a typical, I think it's a 1855 lens, something like that. Golly, I'm not gonna unbox this one all the way, but it's like a camera tripod, a big, larger kind of one, the nice little camera bag, a digital HD UV filter, a mini tripod lens cleaner kit. We have a digital reader and writer, easy grip, UVC to HDMI cable, more lens cleaning tech, I think, a little grip flash thingy it looks like, and a 32 gigabyte SD card, which I'm definitely gonna need a larger one of those. So yeah, with that, why specifically the Canon R50? Why did I end up going with this one opposed to, let's say, something similar like a Sony A6400 or other line of things. I wish I could sound smart. I don't know cameras that well, but why this option? So let's talk price point. Okay, if you're looking for a budget, like pretty okay kind of video camera, it isn't gonna break your bank per se, but you want to have high quality recording, better than a majority of, like, I would say modern iPhones, like the 13 onwards. You ain't gonna find that below the price point of $700. I tried, I looked, and I mean, I correct myself, you can find it, but the body of the camera, which is this portion minus the lens, that's going to run you up around $500. And you can't just take a photo with this thing here. You need to add a lens in order to actually capture the light and everything and actually see stuff. The big selling point was the fact that it can take 4K. It takes 4K video, which my iPhone and stuff can, but it takes it in 6K and then I guess takes it down to 4K, I think is the proper terminology, something like that. So it records technically in 6K, but then saves it in a 4K type of way, which just allows it to look, sharper, more defined, more color. Obviously I want to have my quality be high, high. I want my content to be high quality. This will help with it. And then also, might as well make some money maybe going around doing videography for different bodybuilders, stuff like that. It seems like a market of sorts. A lot of people want a cameraman. And that seems like something I'd be willing to delve into as another kind of freelance thing. Because my main goal in the grand scheme of things is to work for myself. Be all over the place, yes, but if I have a wide diversity of what I can do, I can be a good bodybuilder per se. I can be a good coach. I can be a good cameraman. I can be a good editor. All these other things kind of accumulate to my personal portfolio of just skills and things like that. So the more I know, the better. And admittedly, I think photography, videography in a digital world, in a digital landscape, to have skills in that space is going to be good. And then main kind of reasons why this camera is specifically noted for being very beginner friendly. I am completely new to cameras. I don't know a lot. I do not know a lot of anything, and allegedly a lot of things that you take with this can be pretty dang good to awesome without having to put it through an editing software of sorts. I don't really want to get too nitty-gritty with the editing software. So the idea of having some kind of ready-to-go footage, some ready-to-go kind of photos for a beginner such as myself sounds really nice and simple. Another thing the one thing that really got me for this was this right here. Notice how it's a digital screen of sorts, and notice how you can flip it to either or way. Now, why is this cool? Because of this. The nicest part about the iPhone camera is that I'm currently using the front-facing one. As we can see, I can see myself. I'm looking at me right now, I'm looking good. A lot of cameras, you really don't have that option. However, with a reversing screen like this, boom, you set it up, you press record, you can see whether you're in frame. That was one of my biggest concerns with getting an actual camera, is could I see myself? Would I be able to actually make sure I was in frame? Because you gotta press a couple more buttons and all that stuff to get where you want to be here. Although I'm pretty sure this is touchscreen as well, which is pretty rad. But yeah. Canon's built-in colors are apparently really nice as well. The footage quality. The one thing I'm worried about, gyms with lower lighting, because apparently, I don't recall if this one was bad in the light, but I remember it being said that the Sony A6400 was better, and there were some things, I was leaning towards that one for a hot second, but the big thing is just I'm looking for something that's just gonna be a little bit, I don't know, I like Canon. I grew up with the EOS Rebel around my house and all that stuff. So I mean, I have a bit of the name brand recognition, big fan of. And then just from the sake of it being a very easy user experience from what I've heard for beginners was kind of the main selling points. Alrighty, so camera stuff aside, let's talk about some fun things and stuff that have also happened. I have more clients now. I have not a lot, but a couple more than I did, which is wonderful. Returning people looking to do shows, people looking to do a powerlifting competition, which I'm excited to kind of try that one out. It's weird because he wants to do a prep and do a powerlifting competition during his bodybuilding prep. Don't know how that's going to go. Zero idea for the success rate or something like that. But he's going to try it. And admittedly, it's just amateur competitor kind of deal. And if you want to try something like this, go for it. It's a weird dynamic of coaches and clients, because I'm getting into this still a little bit. I've been around for long enough that I know how to handle people and work with them. But then again, you're not going to see me being able to tell people I need you to blah 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 blah. I don't have that kind of resume just yet to be telling people what they need to be doing. And he's just doing the show for the experience of it. But doing a powerlifting show during your whole kind of getting into it thing for your bodybuilding show, rough. That possibly rough. It could be interesting because like if you actually go for it, you could injure yourself. The amount of times I've heard of people doing a bench for the heck of it during a prep and then tearing their pec, it's not a lot. That's just too many for me to really think it's a good idea at this point. So I got to come up with a different kind of regiment to make up for that. But I think we only have like 4 months. We're going to be kind of crunched for time. I'm excited though, because I love a good crunch. I love having the odds stacked against me. It just makes me want to push and actually succeed a lot more. So I'm excited for that. I think overall it's going to be a wonderful experience with that guy. I had an Army vet reach out to me who's about to be 50, a heftier lad, and he's like, I'm going to do my first bodybuilding show. Is a year and 4 months out like enough for us to get done what we need to get done? And I told him, sir, I got you. So it's gonna be a massive cut. That's gonna be like my first ever big weight loss transformation kind of deal that we're gonna see, and that's just gonna be wonderful. And a client who came back from a hamstring injury, he's gonna be working back with me. We're gonna get him on some BPC and some other stuff, get him looking fresh and fine. I got another guy who's getting done with the health phase here soon. We're gonna give him some fun stuff as well. And overall, another guy going for a show in like May. It's been really good. The show aspects of things, like getting people want to do stuff, yes. Like, I've heard, lifestyle clients pay bills, and, bodybuilding clients feed passions kind of deal. I'm happy that I got more of the feeding my passion. Because, I got substitute teaching that I'm doing right now that pays the bills, so why not have this extra work that I'm doing actually be the fun stuff? So, yeah, with that, onwards, upwards, and all the other fun stuff.